Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is about to see a huge breakout in the coming days. Get ready because I will show you the exact very important price targets and also the exact levels you should really be aware of. But first, you're going to see what important level was hit on Bitcoin only a couple of days ago with an absolute precision. We identified our recent low as being a very important liquidity level that has been aligning very nicely also with the daily high-term time frame area of support at 81,041 US dollars. Bitcoin hit the level, we grabbed liquidity below the recent low right here, and from this exact area of support, we have gotten a bounce of, let's just say, approximately 4%. Now, additionally, with the push towards the upside, we can also talk about our major triangle on the 4-hour time frame, potentially as of right now, coming to an end, which right now means a significant breakout or maybe even a breakdown can happen very soon. So that is why you should really pay very close attention. As of right now, I am still holding my huge short position from approximately 86,600 US dollar area, and yes, I am also going to share with you where is going to be my next take profit. But you should right now really be aware that Bitcoin's triangle on the 4-hour time frame is as of right now coming to an end. Why so? Because we can identify all of our important ABCDE waves of the entire triangle. We can say we got our A wave, we got our B wave, we got our C wave, we also got right here our D wave, and as of right now, even if we are going to go slightly higher, it can be our E wave, and after it, an insane push towards the downside and a literally collapse can potentially happen in the next couple of days. Yes, of course, the E-elite wave sometimes is also shorter, which right now means potentially we can place our E-elite wave exactly right here, and if this is right of the case, the price target of the triangle is unfortunately very low. What exactly am I talking about? If we are measuring the opening of the triangle from the high back towards the lows right here and going with the trend line on the potential breakout that might happen in the next couple of days, we are talking about the price targets of approximately 65,800 US dollars area. But now I also want to show you something very important. What if the triangle right here is not going to play out? What if we are only going to see some kind of a fake out towards the upside to grab liquidity below this specific low right here and only then pump it straight toward the upside? I'm going to share with you exactly how I'm going to approach the chart because, of course, I am not going to go with any short positions if the triangle is going to break towards the upside. And also, I am not going to go with any long positions if the triangle is going to start breaking straight towards the upside. Why so? Because I like to go with a long position at the area of support, and also we like to fire a short position at the area of resistance. Something I posted about on Twitter literally 1 hour ago. I said, the market moves in repeating liquidity cycles. Trap longs at resistance, trap shorts at support, hunt stop losses in between. The pattern never changes, only the participants. But that is right now the thing, right? If we are actually going to start pushing lower, I am not going to do anything with my short or sell position. I am not going to be entering another one. I'm only going to potentially be interested to fire another long position or to take even more profits of this specific short or sell position. Why so? Because slightly below our triangle, that being said, literally slightly below our recent low, as you also saw before, we still have some major areas of support. That being said, weekly high-term time frame level on Bitcoin is coming in at 80,681 US dollars. And how can we right now approach the chart to fire another position on Bitcoin in the next couple of days? Before we do talk about that, I would really appreciate for you to right now smash up the like button because 1,000 likes are definitely possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now do share with you how I am going to approach the chart chart to trade Bitcoin in the next couple of days. And then I also do need to share with you another bullish indication by Crypto and Boo, who is right now comparing Bitcoin with gold and also dollar currency index. And then additionally, I do have another very interesting chart ready for you. But nevertheless, let's right now still talk about this specific triangle. We know that if we collapse towards downside, we are not going to do anything except take profit on our short or sell position. However, if Bitcoin is going to be able to see in the next couple of hours, in the next couple of days, a push towards the downside and then an immediate reaction towards the upside, in that case, the triangle only got a fake out towards the downside and we are more bullish, looking for another insane pump, maybe even towards $80,000 area. Why so? Because let's right now remove the triangle for a moment of our chart and let's measure our entire bottom price action with the volume. Where you are going to notice the value area low on Bitcoin is going to land at $81,200. So let's right now establish a very simple rule. Below the value area low, below the volume level, we are bearish. Above the volume level, we are bullish. So what does that mean? If Bitcoin does see a push down right here, once again, I'm not going to do anything. I'm already holding a short or a sell position. However, if we then once again start reclaiming the level, if we go once again above the value area low, most likely a fake out of the triangle. And because we are above the value area low right here, bullish indication. And in that case, I am going to enter another long or a buy position right here on the Bitcoin chart. And there is also one very important thing, that it does look like it is going to align with this specific chart from Crypto and Boom. He's now talking about that gold nuked, DXY tanked, even S&P 500 just saw one of its worst drawdowns since the crash. Only Bitcoin remains strong. And just right now, pay attention to this very interesting charts. Everything is seeing a major push towards downside except the Bitcoin price itself. So that is why right now, once again, you really need to be prepared in a case some kind of a fake out towards downside on Bitcoin is actually going to happen in the next couple of days. And once again, I do not know what is going to happen with Bitcoin next. I do not know if we are going to dump. I do not know if we are going to pump. However, what I do know are the levels that I'm about to trade. And also I do know that if we do see a push down right here and then an immediate reaction towards the upside above the value area low, bullish indication, likely a fake out, which once again means most probably a lot of people are going to get trapped directly at the area of support. Now, additionally, what is going to be the first area of resistance you should right now be aware of in a case we don't go lower right here, but actually we are going to see a push towards the upside. So here you can already see how I am approaching the chart. I am not guessing up or down. I am only knowing the exact levels I am prepared to trade. And of course, also, I know exactly where we are going to be wrong. That is why we also know exactly where we are setting our stop loss. So what if we don't go lower right now, but actually Bitcoin does see another push toward the upside? What is the first area of resistance you should be aware of? What we can do, Fibonacci retracement from the swing high right here back towards the swing low, golden pocket and the value area high are aligning very nicely at approximately $85,500 area. Now, additionally, we can go with our exponential moving averages, where you can right now also notice that our 200 EMA on the 4-hour time frame lands exactly at this specific area. So let's right now once again establish a very clear plan. If Bitcoin does right now go higher without taking out our recent lows right here, yes, to be honest, I am still going to enter another short or a sell position exactly at this specific area with a very clear invalidation level above our recent highs, looking for another lower low. So once again, I do know my invalidation level, I do know my point of interest where I am prepared to take another trade, and also once again, I know exactly where I am securing my profit of the short or a sell in a case Bitcoin actually then does see another push towards downside. And by the way, right now, you can actually still secure another $1,000 free trade. Bybit at the moment, it is actually so generous for you that you can right now click the first link down below, and after you're going to deposit on the platform, you are going to get $1,000 $1,000 free possession airdrop. That being said, you need to use my link down below in the description, because if not, you are not going to be eligible for this insane free possession airdrop. And by the way, if you already have an account under me on Bybit, you are still eligible for a free $1,000 trade available with the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit. Now, additionally, let's talk about this very interesting chart Decode is right now talking about on Twitter, and he's right now saying M2 on a 12-week lag has now reached the pivot low. It doesn't mean the bottom is necessarily in on Bitcoin today, but give it a week or so and we should be moving up the other side. So this specific chart, it really does look like it's as of right now reaching the low on the M2, and that is simply why this specific chart is right now extremely bullish for the Bitcoin price itself. And that is why I am telling you, if we are going to go lower, potentially towards our area of support right here, 80,000, 81,000 US dollar once again, and reclaim the value area low, significant bullish indication of Bitcoin, and that is definitely where we can be interested to fire another long or buy position. Now, if there is going to be no reaction at our weekly and we are going to go even lower, that being said, I am not interested in longing Bitcoin at this specific area, simply because we are below the value area low. As we said before, below the level, we are bearish, and we then need to see a bounce towards the upside, reclaiming the value area low for us to be even more bullish on the Bitcoin chart itself. Now, additionally, I want to share with you what has been happening with Ethereum, because Ethereum, to be honest, is also not really showing any major sign of strength. However, we are definitely trading at some very important levels. If we go, for example, on the Coinbase chart, Ethereum was able to take out the low for liquidity purposes, and also if you then go on the Bitstamp chart, we also were able to take out the recent low. Additionally, if you go with the Binance chart right here, we are also taking out the low for liquidity purposes. The only low that right now has not been taken, it is going to be on the perpetual contracts right here, where we can right now notice that we are still forming another higher low. And additionally, yes, to be honest, I would still like to see Ethereum to see a liquidity grab below the recent low and only then reclaim the level and pump it literally straight towards the upside. I would really like to see a strong bounce on Ethereum exactly below the recent low. So what does that mean for Bitcoin? If Bitcoin does see a push down towards the weekly, reclaim the value area low with a nice reaction towards the upside, most probably then is going to mean Ethereum is also going to see only a liquidity grab reaction, and of course, yes, we are looking for another significant long or a buying position on Ethereum itself as well. So yes, I am looking for new positions. I am more interested going with a long or a buying position in a case Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to see a push towards downside, grab liquidity, see a fake out of our triangle right here, and only then send it literally maybe even towards 90,000 US dollar area. That is why take advantage of the free bonuses using the links down below. 1,000 US dollar trade with the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit. And also thank you for smashing up the like button.